Reverend Father Michael Quaicoe, who is the Director of Governance, Justice and Peace, Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Thanks for joining us. When the Catholic Church here in Accra led a demonstration about this, you were speaking and joining civil society like the Coalition Against Galamsey to demand, the ban, the state of emergency and all of that. How do you feel?
Well, since the problem is still persisting, our feelings haven't changed. Rather unfortunate feelings and rather unflattering statistics, persisting about the problem. You see, I personally, but also the citizens of Ghana, and not least the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, would rather not condone a political he said, she said attitude towards the problem, because the problem goes beyond mere political expediency or mere strategies put forward. The problem has to be articulated so that we will find the solution to it. The problem is multi-headed. Its effect is cataclysmic. What we inherited as a garden is gradually turning into a desert. We are gradually finding that the songs that we used to sing, romanticize about the beauty of Ghana and its land and its natural resources, can no longer be sustained because somehow we either desire a certain result, but our actions and efforts towards resolving it don't commensurate to what we desire. It is important, therefore, that we unveil the problem and then go all out. Explanations are important, as Shamima has said, and my brother from the MPP has also said. But we are not without disregarding the value of the explanations. It is important to see how devastating and how life-threatening this problem is for all of us. In fact, it is the reason why personally I respect the theme for the upcoming National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving the President has afforded us to it is to reset our minds, to reflect and to renew. He begins by reflect, reset, and renew. And I think that it is important that as Ghanaians, regardless of our political biases and affiliations, that we are able to reflect on this menace and then reset our minds and attitudes and not allow ourselves the opportunity or any inch to give explanations, but just to go straight to the problem, renewing our own selves. So on that score, I give 100 to the president that we have to do this, but no explanations are acceptable in the face of such huge life-destroying problem.
You are with the Catholic Bishops Conference. I suppose you are also getting tired, because I can't count the number of times the Catholic Bishops Conference have held meetings, issued statements, and saying that this must stop. The Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, Kenneth Shigbe and his group, they say gun-wielding gangs now operate with terrifying boldness. And if this government does not act decisively, no one is safe. Reverend, we had Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisu, the administrator of the Ghana Minerals Development Fund, faced with a harrowing ordeal during an anti-Galamsey operation at Sobinso in the Ashanti region. She and her team and journalists were literally held hostage while accompanying a police task force that arrested some 24 suspects, including 14 Chinese nationals. Her team was ambushed. They were taken hostage literally. The police that was supposed to help them were rather now seeking to help the gang that had sought an intervention to release the people who had been arrested. Doesn't this give, send shivers down your spine that we are heading for very dangerous times, and the call for a ban, the call for a state of emergency in those areas is urgent?
Samson, I would say we are heading towards the very dangerous place is the understatement of the century. I think we're already there. I think we're already there. We only have to look at the statistics, health statistics. Look at our own water bodies destroyed, forests destroyed. The water authorities will tell us about the turbidity levels of our water and all of that. So we are already there. The problem is not tomorrow. The problem is now. The destruction and devastation is not tomorrow. It is now. So as I say, the effort to fight this cannot be romanticized. We cannot negotiate with it.
Okay.
We have to put aside all our biases, as I have said, political or otherwise, and just see how this problem is so overwhelming that it must take every effort. I am a student of Emil Durkheim on this, that since the problems of society come from society, the solution to the problems must come from society.
Okay. Reverend Michael, thank you very much. But because you mentioned also the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving for the 1st of July, just tell us something briefly about it before we let go of you. Representing the Catholic Bishops' Conference on the organizing committee, it is both for Muslims and for Christians as well. And you hoping that it can be one of the ways we can set our mind, renew our minds. Tell us just briefly about it.
Okay, thank you. On the 25th of April this year, His Excellency the President commissioned a planning committee for the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving based on his own promise that this would be done because he believes that what Ghana enjoys, regardless of our problems, is nothing short of divine favor, and therefore it is only fitting that we spend some time in reflection, we spend some time in prayer, we spend some time in thanksgiving, so that having prayed, having reflected, we'll be able to then reset our minds and our attitudes for a renewed way of looking at how Ghana moves forward in prosperity and towards the common good. So on the 1st of July, which is itself a public holiday, our Republic holiday, there will be two services, one Islamic, one Christian. The Christian one begins at 8 a.m. and will be held at the forecourt of the State House. And then at that event, the guest preacher will be His Eminence Cardinal Peter Pia Texan, who is coming down from Rome to join us. And then at 12:30, we shall all gather at the National Mosque at Kanda, where we shall have the Islamic service. And we've invited everyone, every Ghanaian is invited. But the celebrations will not only happen in Accra. We'll have simultaneous celebrations across the country, across the 16 regional capitals and also the districts capitals. So it's a day to reflect, it's a day to reset, It's a day to renew for the prosperity of Ghana.
Thank you very much. Reverend Father Michael Quaicoe is Director of Governance, Justice and Peace.